I use your dad. I am using dad. Hi, friends. Okay, so I don't know where this ended and where it started. It says 3 minutes and 24 seconds. I don't know where I am, but I'm just going to turn this around in 2 seconds. I got to switch out the data because for some reason I keep dying out. And I have no idea, so I'm probably just going to start all over again. I'm waiting for it to come on. Okay. Let's hope that this does something. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And we're going to try to refresh the other screen. Oh, look at that. Now it's there. Okay. Took a minute. Look at that. Okay. So I'm just going to start everything I said over. My name is Tiffany. This is my quilting life. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. I went to a Quilters yard sale today, and I may have spent more than I normally would on fabric from yard sales and or any kind of estate sales and stuff like that. And but this woman, this was the daughter of a woman who had passed away. She was a quilter, and she was a local guild, and so she had everything all bagged up and stuff, and I just started grabbing bags and things that I wanted and put it all in a pile on CJ because CJ went with me, and then paid for it all and then left. So this is my haul for today. Okay, so this is working good. So hi Lynetta, hi Deborah, hi Mary, hi Brenda. I know this is not my normal time coming on, but I was so excited. I was like, I want to share what I got. Since I can only see what's on the outside and some of what's on the inside of all these baggies, I don't really know what's fully in here. So I figured that I would open my haul and look at everything with you guys because it gives me content as well as it gives me content. And I like sharing what I got and showing you guys that you guys can find so many things at yard sales and estate sales and online. I tell you guys this all the time. So I figured I would share this haul. First time to be with you. Hope with you a lot more love and can't wait to see beautiful no quilt patterns. God bless. Thank you, Brenda, for being here. Hi, Vicky. So I'm going to pick this. You could see the pile here. There's lots of stuff, but I'm going to just place it down onto the ground and then bring up everything one at a time. I will tell you the price each individual bag was. I could tell you the total I spent was $80. Normally, like I said, I wouldn't have spent $80 on all this, but I found a lot of good stuff, and there was plenty more to choose from, but my budget was $100. So like I really would have went over with like 2 more baggies, and I would have said, you know, I don't have enough money to keep going. So I just decided to stay under budget, and we'll just look at all my goodies. I needed to stay under budget, so they ended up putting it all in a basket, so I got a basket to go with all of it. But I'm just going to place everything down next to me, and then I'll pick it up and show you as I'm opening for myself to see for the first time. So, hi June, hi Linda. So here's the first bag. It is a $3 bag. Let's see what's inside. Most of this is all scraps. Most of it. When I say most, it's most, but not all. So here's my first $3 bag. So it looks like we've got some scraps that are of this yellow color. More scraps of this yellow, and it's got an orange or a rust orange color in it. We got some more. It looks like about half of a yard here. Yep, a little bit more than half of a yard. So there's that. It doesn't look cut into like the rest. Then we got some, I don't know what this is, but they're already pre-cut squares. They're just wrinkled from being in the bag. We got some scraps, the same color. Then we got this floral. It's vintage print, it looks like. So it's like blues and rusts and stuff. And here's some more of it. It looks like the yardage on this one. And this looks to be like more than half of a yard. It's just folded differently. So there's more than half a yard there. Then there is, so already for $3, this bag has plenty of, you know, scraps that are more than a certain amount. So here's another more than half of a yard. It's 24 inches. So there's that. And it's like a, I don't know, it's like a pinky reddish maroonatang color. It's hard to explain. Hi Cheryl, hi Brenda, hi Shelly, hi Beverly. And then we have a scrap of, I have no idea what this is. Just a scrap of some fabric. It has a print that's like faded and not faded on it. And if my fabric's moving around, it's because the fan is on. Oh, look, here's some grunge. I could tell just by the look of it, it's a blue grunge with purple in it. It's not quite a fat quarter, but I definitely get a lot out of my scraps that size. Here's some more of that flower fabric and some more of the leaves in the red. Looks like we have some more of that brown with the faded, and here's a fat quarter worth. So here's an actual fat quarter. So I'm just gonna kind of throw most of this out of the way because I refold everything. So here's 2 fat quarters in a cream with like brown, kind of almost cloudy look to it. So there's 2 fat quarters of this, and I can tell just by the way that they're folded that they are fat quarters. Again, so far this bag has made it past its $3 mark. Here is, by the way they're folded, 2 fat quarters. Yep, here's a fat quarter of the blue basic Moda grunge. So there's that blue again. So I have 2 fat quarters of this plus. So here's 2 fat quarters of that. And then, and when I'm basing this, is basing it off of Quilt Shop or Quilt Store prices. My worth for $3 with all these more than half yards and fat quarters are usually $2 each at a quilt store. Some quilt stores, they're even more depending on the brand. And then here's some more scraps from the rest of all that and some scraps from the grunge. So for $3, this bag was worth it. Actually, I'm just going to throw it all over there. So there's bag 1 done. All right, bag 2, a scrap bag for $3 again. Again, it's just an assortment, and right off the top, this is why I grabbed this bag, is because look at this pretty blue batik, and there looks to be quite a bit of it here. So for $3, my already suspicion is that this is well worth it with, and this is why I decided to sit at the table this time. So we have 1 yard, we have a yard and 28-ish inches of this blue with green and purple batik. So this is very, very, very pretty. I love this. I definitely love purples and blues in my batiks. So there's that already. So this bag is already paid for itself, theoretically. And then here's a scrap of it. Then we have some 1997 Moda fabrics. This is like when Moda did cloud. So this is like a cloud. It's like push. It's a green with a light green in it, and it just looks cloudy. So this was one of their basics, and this looks to be 1 yard, exactly 1 yard. So there's that. So far this bag again has paid for itself. Hi Jan, hi Patty. Then we have, what is this? It looks like a purple half yard. I'm just gonna measure it. Yep, it's a half yard of a Moda fabrics. Here's some more of that cloudy back from 1997. I sure love my stash of older prints. because they're definitely fun. So here's the cloudy and the dark purple. And then here is the cloudy, and well, there's some scraps of it. The cloudy in a light purple, so more like a rose color, but it's purple with like a light lavender. Again, it's a 1997. It's called Marbles from Moda, 1997. So there's those. Again, this is a more than a half yard, just slightly. Then we have it in pink, it looks like. Yep, again, the 1997. So this is a pink version. It is pink and white. It reads white, but there is some light pink in it. It's really hard to tell. So that, again, there's another half yard of that. I really love my older prints. Looks like we have another batik here. Woo-hoo. Let's add to my stash. Looks like it is already cut on the fold, but if it wasn't, it is 28 inches worth. So here is a purple and pink batik. Very, very, very pretty. It's already cut on the fold, so technically it's like fat quarters. Here's a scrap of that same print. Here looks to be like some scraps of another batik that this is about 12 inches worth. It's pink and rose and maroon all mixed in one. So there's that. Some more scrap of it. I won't know what size. I'm not really going to open it. Here is some batik scraps. It looks like they were strips and they're pieced together already. So here is the front. So it looks like it was a pre-made border. So yeah, this is definitely border. So this is really pretty. So if I make something, I already have a border right here. Look at that. Woohoo. Or I can just cut it down into squares or do whatever. That's another thing I like about getting other people's scraps. Sometimes they are already pieced. So here's another border's worth of it. And it looks like another cut of it. And looks like another border's worth and another cut of it. So plenty of this. Even if it's already in strips, it can definitely be used. Here is some scraps of that purple from the beginning and the second color I showed you. And then some green scrap from a fat quarter in here, it looks like. And then a blue matching print to go with it, so I can do something with that. All right, so there's bag number 2. Definitely worth $3. All right, so I'm gonna throw that out of the way. Throw that out of the way. Next bag. Scraps, $2. I love garage and estate sales. Good haul. Yes, definitely. Hi, Lisa. All right. So this was a $2 scrap bag, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw the bag out of the way if I can get it to stay because the fan is on. All right. So these I'm not really going to measure completely unless it looks like it's yardage. So here's a fat quarter's worth. I could tell you just by looking at it, it's almost fat quarter. It looks like the top was chopped off. So it is a light green with a darker green polka dot. Here's a scrap of sewn scrap. I guess that don't matter. Here is a small scrap of a, I guess I have this print in a different color. It's like just vines with little dots to make it look like leaves or something. I don't know. Here is a scrap of, it looks like, oh my gosh, there's a word for it, cherubs and roses and hearts and the little fans that you would wave to cool yourself down, and then little cherubs on it on a red. This looks to be like it's, oh my goodness, what kind of fabric is this? I forgot, but there's a name for this kind of fabric. It's not coming to me, but it feels different. It's for more like clothing and t-shirt making and stuff. So there's 2 scraps of that. We got some red with white hearts. And this looks to be like about 13 inches selvage to selvage. So nice piece of scrap there. And then here's another selvage to selvage, looks like. Nope, it was cut. So almost. Here's a scrap of some with cherries on it. It's big cherries with the lighter color and then darker cherries in the background with white polka dots. Here is a scrap. This is selvage to selvage, so there's about almost 12 inches, not total, and it is like a swirl side to side with polka dots with a red darker polka dot. It's actually really nice. Sometimes it sucks when there's no salvage to know what this is. Homespun, that's the word. See, some words don't come to me. Here is a scrap of selvage to selvage of Moda fabrics. There is about 12 inches here. It is yellow, like a light, it's a cream with a yellow flower and then green flower and then like a burnt orange color as the little petals of the flowers. But the little trim off right here says it's Moda fabrics, so I could tell that just by some of them I can't see because some of them are cut right. Here is another selvage to selvage piece. This one is a white with a yellow and a blue. And there's about 16 inches here. So that's pretty good. So for $2 so far, I've gotten my $2 worth, I think. Here is a batik mixed in here, which I'll be separating all that stuff. It's pretty though, very, very pretty. I use all my batik scraps. Here's a scrap of gymnastics dancers. That's actually pretty cool because I was a gymnast growing up. So that's actually pretty awesome. Here is a scrap with funky cuts off of it of a green with a white polka dot, pretty basic. Here is definitely a big chunk of Promises to Keep Spring Industries. This is an older Spring Industries cut off because it's a very, very wide selvage and it looks like it's tablecloth printed around the border. It actually does not have a date on it that I can see, but it is flowers. See, and stuff like this is how I end up with so many pre-cuts of my own because I just cut stuff up like this into 5-inch squares or whatever so that I have my own pre-cuts. Here's batik, looks like wide binding pre-cut. So there's that, so I could just use that for something in my strings. Here is a selvage to selvage cut from a, I have no idea, something fabric. So it's got some gold accents in it. Kind of weird. I can see a face right here on that piece. Interesting. Here is what looks to be a started table placemat. It already has batting in it. Here's some poinsettia fabric. Something Quilters. There is about 11.5 inches here of some poinsettias. Wool flannel. Okay, so hi June. Love scraps. Awesome haul. Here's some more of the poinsettias. More of the poinsettias. All this looks to be pre-cut into something. All these are pre-cut about the same size. Oh yeah, they're all cut to the same size. So there's quite a few of those. Ooh, Tiffy's favorite, butterflies. Look at this. It is a greenish with tealish butterfly fabric. It is super adorable. Super adorable. And this is a fat quarter. Yep, it's a fat quarter. So there's a fat quarter worth of this pretty butterfly. And then there's an almost fat quarter. It was cut from of that same butterfly print. Actually, I might match this up with something for a bag because it's super adorable. Here's some scraps of something blue. It's really no need to hold it up. Here's that same cherub fabric. It looks like some more random cuts of it. Here is a print I already have, except this is the brown version. So it's already been cut. It was salvage to salvage, but the person went and pinked around all the edges. So it is brown with flowers. I have the red version. All right, so there's that $2 bag. So definitely some value in that. I love my scraps. All right, so threw that out of the way. Next, I have a Keepsakes Quilting $4 is what I paid for it. Blue and white 5-inch charm pack. And just because I'm on video, we're gonna pull this out. How to launder die cut shapes. Interesting. It is, the first one is turned. It looks like the shop that does these cuts them on their own. So it's a whole range of blue tones. Let's see if I can't just move them over. So there's plenty of blue tones, and ooh, that's got butterflies on it. So super cute. And I know I'm not close enough to the camera to see. I probably could bring the camera down, actually. So let's see if I can't stack this back nicely again and put it back in the bag. So for those that are just joining, I went to a Quilters yard sale today. Unfortunately, it is of a quilter who has passed away, and the family, the daughter, was selling everything off. And the reason why we knew that about this sale in advance, that's why I saved money in advance to do this, is the lady works at the post office. So every time Scott takes the mail for the giveaways and for the bag sales and for the quilt sales and quilt giveaway, anything that we mail off, she's the one that is usually at the post office. So Scott usually sees that. So anyways, charm packs usually range up to $9 depending on where you get them and what brands they are. So $4 for a charm pack, I guess can't beat that, right? And I'm going to bring the camera closer just so, because obviously it's okay to bring it closer. So let's have a really close-up angle view right here. That way you can see everything. Next. Oh, and you guys are crooked too. Sorry about that. Let's bring it up. Sorry. There we go. That should be good. Just like that. Okay. Next is a envelope, and the reason why I got this is I could see it right away. Everybody knows I have been waiting to do the double wedding ring for so long. And guess what is in the beginning of this folder? Just take a wild guess. The templates, all the templates, there's more templates than this, so that I could finally do a double wedding ring. I have been waiting for templates. I was trying to get 12-inch, so I have no idea what size these are for. So here is all the little templates. I almost said that funny. So here's all of them. It's for, it doesn't even say on the book. It's an OmniGrid template set. It's not telling me what size the templates are. Kit includes 8 acrylic templates with felt tips. There should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 templates. Okay. But it doesn't say. Hold on, I'm going to read this because I was totally 100% been wanting one of these. This is a 2003 book. Double wedding ring fabric amounts. What? I don't get it. Seamless arc finished. Okay, this has just tons of different sizes for the thing. It says yardage cut, and it just has a bunch of different sizes. The size also nice on a queen size with a dust level 8x9 quilt, full size quilt, connecting bias 1.5 inch seams to figure out yardage. I don't know. So it looks like I can make up to a 15-inch block, it says. Yeah. I don't know. Either way, I now have myself a double wedding ring kit, and I paid $8 for what's in here. So just alone getting the template set that I have been looking for, which everybody knows the template sets are pretty expensive online, even if you buy it used on eBay. They're pretty expensive, and I got that for $8 plus a bunch of other stuff to go with it. So let's see what else is in this wonderful envelope thing. We got papers that I could care less about because it has nothing to do with what I'm doing here. And then we have some fabric. It looks like this is where she started her double wedding ring and cutting her pieces out of a yellow fabric. So there's quite a bit of it here, which has been cut out of the corner. Sweet Baby Jane by Me and My Sister Designs from Moda. So there's that. So there's, it probably was a yard originally, but it's been cut into. Then we have a blue, looks like she already pre-cut those out. And pre-cut some other pieces and started sewing them, and there's pins in all this, so I'm trying to be very careful. Sorry, I'm stopping to look at the comments here and there. So here's some more pieces. Here's some more cutouts, and then some more fabric. It looks like another 1 yard cut. Happy Days, designed exclusively for Quilters, 2007. So here's a white with a blue flower. And this has not been cut into on this end that I can see. So that is a full yard of that one. And I have no idea what I will do with these scraps because I don't know if I'll finish it or not. But and then this has been cut out of. And this is the same thing. It's about a yard of fabric. It is a yard of fabric. And this one was already pre-cut out of for those two pieces. So I will make something out of that. So it's a blue with some flowers. Quilts never made one though. Yes, Bonnie, that's my goal, is to make the double wedding ring. But first I need to do the Cleopatra's fan, which I should be doing a video of, but instead I'm doing my haul video. And then here is a double wedding ring paper about whatever. So there's that. So that was what was in here, is a kit. I'm just going to throw it back in here. So for $8, I got a couple yards of fabric, and then the template for the double wedding ring, which I've been looking for anyway. So now I have it, and now as soon as I choose some fabrics, because I'm probably not going to use this. I'm not really a blue and white quilt, especially or blue and yellow, blue, white, and blue and yellow. Like, I don't know, this doesn't look good to me. Anyway, so there's that. So I paid $8 for that, and plus I got this really cool little envelope thing to stick it in. So there's that. Just gonna shove it on over there with everything else. So that was well worth the money. Next, here is a $1 scrap bag, and this one is just taped shut. All right, so let's see what I got for a $1 scrap bag. So first off, I can see we got a cut of some yellow, and it looks like it is still selvage to selvage. So it's about a 4-inch piece. Yep, 4 inches. So here's a 4-inch cut. We got some coordinating colors to go with it. Here's about 4 inches of that one. And then here's about a little bit more than 4. This is a very crooked cut of this one. This one's a light blue. So it looks like all these go together. And then there's one more. It's yellow with flowers and leaves. So there's that. So I'll probably do something with these. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to do with my scraps, but I always use them. Here is some cut 1.5-inch strips, it looks like, and I'm not going to pull them all out. I just know that it is a green with a couple yellow polka dots on it, and there's quite a few of them. Here is some more 4-inch or more piece. Here's like a 1/4 yard of some Blank Textiles Incorporated. I don't know. It is orange with darker orange. So that is a 1/4 yard, and then here is some strips, 4.5-ish, 4-inch pieces of it. And it looks like there is 4 of those total, selvage to selvage. And then some scraps of that same fabric. And then here's another large piece. I'm going to measure it just to see. So it's 6 inches of a brown with flower. So for $1, I got pretty much a ton of strips that I can turn all these into. So here is about 14 inches of a green with leaf. This is a folio by Henry Glass. So that's pretty cool. And then here's a batik mixed in here that is half, it's cut. So there's about 9 inches here of a yellow batik. So I can definitely throw that in my batik stash pile. And then last but not least, in this dollar bag, oh, here is, let's see, 12 inches of a pink with darker pink outlined on a white flower. This is from look, could those pieces be from edges of quilts being quilted? Could be, probably, who knows. So for $1, I got this bag that had all these scraps in it. So there's that done. And remember, for those that are joining, this is my haul, and I spent $80 total on just a bunch of bags of fabric. So here I spent $2 and got, let's see what this is. Oh, here's some cherubs with angel-y things. So for $2, I got 1 yard of this, it looks like just the bottom has that print along it. So there's that, and then the whole top half is just stars. So this is called Angel Ribbon Border by Maggie for Daisy Kingdom, Portland, Oregon, printed in the USA. So there's a yard of that in here. And then there is also this, which is a yard as well. It's called English Manor by Roe Gregg for Northcott, Quest for a Cure. So it is a blue with pink and white flowers. The video gets blurry when you hold up. I can't control that. I don't, it has automatic, what is it called? Whatever. It has an automatic zooming thing or adjust focus, whatever the word is. That's what the word is, focus. So I got 2 yards for $2 here. So this is definitely a value in that bag alone. I'm just going to throw that out of the way. Grab another bag. So here is a scrap bag for $2. And I'm hoping that the focus, if I can hold it correctly, then the focus should adjust. So here's a $2. Here's a fat quarter to start. So right away I got my $2 with that fat quarter. So it has to automatically focus if I hold it for a second. I just didn't want to have to hold things for too long because it makes the video so long. So there's a fat quarter. Here's another fat quarter right here. This is a Tuesday morning fat quarter, I can tell, because of the name brand that it is. And so there's a fat quarter right there. I'm not going to undo that till later when I put everything away. Here is some already pieced together fabric that's green. So it's kind of striped. It's quite a bit here. Here is a 1/4 yard of Welleses by Lisa DeB Shangler. I don't even know. So there's that. Let's see if it auto focuses. It's actually pretty cute. It's like a cream color with blue flowers. It is directional though. So it's directional like that. So already my $2 scraps, if you were to have gone to a quilt shop, you already would have your money's worth. Here is a 1992 print. Look at that. Says something 1992. I don't know because the rest of it's not there. Fabric Traditions 1992. I want that so you guys can see. I love old fabrics. I don't know why, but if they sit for so long, somebody's got to use them. That person can be me. So I was 12 years old when this came out. And it's okay that you guys know my age because my birthday is coming soon. So this year, in just a few days, I turn 40. What? 4 days after Halloween is my birthday. All right, this is Poppies, exclusively designed for exclusively quilters. So the name of the company is Exclusively Quilters. This doesn't look like poppies, but I'm pretty sure the other fabric that was in this line went with it. I don't really like this one very much, but I will use it in something because I tend to use everything, whether it's ugly or not. And if I really, really don't like it, then I'll get rid of it. So here's my $2 worth. So here's $2 worth right here, just one fat quarter. So there's that pile. Just gonna throw that out of the way. Move on to the next bag, or 2 bags. So here's $1 right here. It says on here that it's a half a yard. So let's see, for $1, did I get a half a yard? I'm gonna take these little stickers off now because I'll put it away later. That's a little bit more than half a yard. And it is Moda Fabrics. Can't tell you anything more because that's all that's on the salvage. So it's green with light green polka dots. And I'm pretty sure that you can't see that. I'm celebrating 29. I'm gonna not celebrate 40 and pretend I did. So here's my $1. So for $1 I got half a yard, which is, like I said, quilt store value already paid for itself. Here's 1 yard, it says, for $2. So let's see if this is 1 yard here. Pretty sure it is. So line it up and measure. Oh, and look, it is a yard. So here is a yellow, I like this. It's got polka dotted flowers and swirls on it. Kind of looks like the stuff I do when I'm quilting for emotion. I just do randomness. Kind of looks like my randomness. So there's a yard of that. You are the same as me, 29 again, right? I don't look like I'm 40, nor do I feel like I'm 40. I feel like I'm 90, trapped in a 40-year-old's body. All right. Here's another scrap bag. This scrap bag was $2. This one probably, trying to throw things out of the way. All right, so far we got a couple inches of this. It looks like about 5.5 inches. It's salvage to salvage. It's like an orange. And there is a cut of this. It's that same cloudy stuff, that Moda, that 1997 Moda cloudy stuff. So it got mixed in here, but that's okay because I'm not going to put it with the original. Here is some shirt flannel, and it looks like it was actually a shirt. So that'll go in a totally different pile because I actually have a totally different pile for stuff like that. Here is not a half, or not a fat quarter's worth. I like how I say that, not a fat quarter's worth. It looks like somebody cut off a strip or two of a purple and pink stripe. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, my birthday's till November 4th, so you guys can wait on that. I'll probably be going live on my birthday. I didn't do anything fancy for my birthday this year. I just let my birthday be. So there's another, not quite a fat quarter's worth, that same fabric. So this probably wasn't really worth my $2 bag, but for $2, whatever, I just threw it in there. So here is a scrap of that same green with white spots that I have already gotten before. And here is a cream, and it looks like 30 inches of a cream. I can just use this for bag linings because that's all I would use it for, is bag linings. So, I guess for $2, there's my value right there. That's in a totally separate pile. All right, here's my next bag. This bag was a $5 bag. I think they just threw all these bags together and threw a sticker on them all in hopes that someone would buy them. All right, let's see what I got for $5. We're starting with a scrap of, it looks like a fat quarter. Yep, that is a fat quarter of Sandstone by Ginny Beyer for RJR. Can you see that? It's kind of a little on the see-through side. But some fabrics are and some fabrics are. It just depends on the brand. Here is another fat quarter. Yep, fat quarter of no name because I cannot see. So most of these I'll remeasure again and then refold them and put them in my fat quarter stash. So fat quarters are normally $2 each. So far I'm at $4 if you would think about it. Here's another fat quarter. If you think about it, here's $6 worth so far. You know, but from a yard sale should only be like $1 or less. Anyways, so there's that. So there's my value already, if you think about it. There is another fat quarter. So it is black with pinks and roses and white and yellow accents. All right. This is going to be a whole thing of fat quarters. Watch. Here's another fat quarter. So here is Moda by Robin Pandoff. And I'm only telling you the ones that I can see on them. I'm going to make some homemade hot cocoa tonight. Sounds yum, Vicky. Hi, Diane. Here is, it looks like, oh, a selvage to selvage. So this is about 8 inches of a green with, it's kind of got like a darker green mixture in it. It almost looks like swirly in a way. I know it's hard to tell. You guys can see it. It looks blurry on the screen. Here is a scrap of a brown and black rose, actual roses. Here is a scrap, selvage to selvage, it looks like, of, it looks like it has berries on it. It's cream. You guys aren't going to see this in the light. It's cream and it's got grapevines on it. So, and I don't know if that'll even show up on the screen. If I hold it a certain way, it probably will. Yeah, it's hard to see. I'm looking at the screen to see. Here's another. It's more like tone on tone, so it's like creams on creams. This one has roses on it. Again, there's probably like 5 inches here, if that, because some areas look cut funny. Here's just an actual scrap. Here is some more actual scraps of a pinkish rose color. More scrap. When I say scrap, it means it's not a full piece of anything. So I could just turn it into strings or squares. Here is Robert Kaufman, Luana Rubin for Robert Kaufman, Joy de Verve. I don't even know if I said that right, but that's what this is, and it's just a scrap piece, but it's actually really pretty yellow with feathers and leaves. So that's actually pretty. Here's some tumbling blocks. Tumbling block scraps. So here's a bunch of tumbling block scraps, all of the same color. It is like a blue with clouds. How much did I say this bag was? This was probably, oh, here is a fat quarter that's been cut out of Blank Textiles. It doesn't have the name, but it's really pretty. It's like not really a design, so it's a great blender. Here's another scrap. Here is a batik scrap with peace signs. Actually, this might look good in a bag. So here's some peace signs, and in the peace signs it has flowers. I love the colors of this batik. Really, really nice. So that'll go in my batik scraps. Here's another batik scrap. It looks like a fat quarter. So here's a batik fat quarter. I always keep anything bigger, fat quarter and bigger on my batiks. If it's smaller than a fat quarter, those are the ones I cut up into my batik scraps. Here is another one of those 1997 Moda. This one was a fat quarter. And this, again, is that same print that I had in the beginning when I first came on. Hi, Jen. I was talking with daughter. She got part of a storm on East Coast. All okay. Oh, darn. Here's another scrap. Here is another scrap. So here's a selvage to selvage. This is about 10 inches. So actually I could probably turn this into 10-inch squares. I can get 4 of them and then get a couple strings to go afterwards. It looks like it's peaches on a, yeah, those are, no, pumpkins? No, those are peaches. I don't know. Can't tell. It's something. Here is some cloudy black. So it's just black with, so it's definitely a blender. Marbles. You know what? I think all this is marbles. That Moda marbles from 97. Because here's another one. So I have a lot of this Moda marbles from 1997. So if I could find all of them and put them together, I could make, you know, a string quilt with all these. Because there was quite a bit in that one bag. But I'll organize it all later, obviously. Here is a border print already pre-cut. So here's, it's just really nice. And you don't have to use border prints for borders at all. You can actually fussy cut out border prints. So if you wanted to use just like whatever amount of it, just that piece, you can actually use just that section, which is really nice. Here is about 11 inches or so of a, it kind of looks like Christmas tree decorations and polka dots had a baby in it. Some of them have stems and some of them do not. I don't know. It is blank textiles with no other name, so I can't tell you. Here is another, let's see. Oop, it's a selvage to selvage with no name, so I can't tell you. It is about 11 inches or so. And it is a mustard color. Here is a reproduction style print. Paint box by Thimbleberries for RJR. So it's definitely a reproduction print. Can you guys see that? I like some reproduction prints, not all, but some. It's really cute though. I'll use it no matter what. Here is some yellow with roses on it. So this is about a half a yard, or let's see. Not totally. It's about 17 inches. And it's yellow with roses. It's kind of white. Oh, so many to choose from, right? Well, so far. Hi Brenda from Canada. And then the last one from this bag, what did I say? This bag was a $5 bag, I think. Is something Peter Pan Fabrics Incorporated. This actually says Peter Pan Fabrics on it. Some of these companies I don't even know exist. I just know the basics. So there's that. So that's about, that's not fully, it's not salvage to salvage. It was cut off. So it's a pretty good chunk though. So there's that from, I guess that was probably the $5 bag. Again, for those joining, I spent $80 total. Just by buying all these little bags. So here's a $2 scrap bag. So let's pull my $2 scrap bag out. I'm literally making a pile on my ironing board that I will get frustrated with later and come in here and iron up and put away, because that's how I do my scraps. Here is something for Henry Glass fabric, so I can't tell you the fabric line, but I can show you what it looks like. This is definitely a red with some blue and then some cream little like flowery star looking things on it.
Everyone your new foot?
Oh, did it come?
Yeah. Yes.
I get to finish my bag on Sunday.
Well, you didn't get your rivets yet.
Oh, my rivets didn't come yet?
Not yet, no, just the foot.
My foot just came from my Juki, my Teflon foot. So that just came in today's mail, so I get to at least work on that bag. Here is some pre-cut binding from that scraps. Oh, this was called Liberty Ridge by Little Quilts for Henry Glass. So that's what that line was for anybody that's curious. So this is a $2 scrap bag that I'm going through. So here's another scrap. It's a purple with orangish yellow and then green and then a light purple and a dark purple. And if anybody's curious, because the colors aren't showing up completely, Nancy J. Smith and Linda S. Mulligan, Possibilities for Quilting Treasures. So that's Quilting Treasures. Here is another scrap. I could not tell you. I don't know, but it looks like plums. Yeah. Looks like plums and huckleberries. No. Yeah. What are those flowers called? I don't know. They're next to it. They look exactly like it. Something like that. And then here is Nancy and Linda Mulligan, Possibilities Quilting Treasures again. Here's a scrap of this. It's an orange with purple. And then about 6.5 inches of this yellow. It's just a blender. It's more like mustard color. You really can't see a design in it. Here's some batik scraps. So here is an orange. There's about 5.5, 6 inches here. I'm definitely going to be separating all these. Here's another orange batik. Again, about 5.5, 6 inches-ish. And then, what is this? Another one of those blenders. The, you know what I'm talking about because I had already said it. Late joints, like a good haul, -P. Hi, Lizette. Yeah, so far it's so good. I'm totally not done. And here's some more. I'm telling you, this is that 1997 marbles again. So I'm definitely going to be separating all these marbles because they all could make something. There's plenty of them. So here was a $2 scrap bag, and I'm making such a mess. Here is a $3 bag. It says 1/2 yard. Let's see, what's this 1/2 yard? So we have, I'm going to just put this sticker on the outside. There's more than 1/2 yard here. There is 1 yard and 17 inches of this. It looks like, I gotta turn it around to read the salvage. It is Riley Blake Design, So Cherry by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. So that's what this is called. Very cute. So there's almost a full 1.5 yards there. I don't know why it said 1/2 yard. So for $3? Yeah. For $3, that's definitely a good deal because 1 yard of a Lori Holt fabric is $10.50 or more at any quilt shop. Next bag. Actually, I'll show you something else. So I got this for 50 cents. It's a little multi-section case to put, I'm going to put my presser feet for the Juki in it and then slide it underneath the foot. That's why I got it. So it's just a little section case, and I paid 50 cents for it, so I got me that. Here is another scrap bag. This one was $3. So I'm just going to dump it out and lift them all up like I've been doing. And I could totally use all these bags again afterwards. So here is some pre-cut border. It's about 4 inches, so it's already cut. There's lots of it here. Some squares, lots of squares. So just lots of I'm not going to show them all to you, but here's a Thanksgiving one right off the top. Oops, some more Thanksgiving stuff. So she was probably trying to put together a Thanksgiving theme something, and these are the leftovers. Here is some chicken fabric. Why every time I get fabric do I have chicken fabric? I'm using it. As you guys saw my cooped up quilt, I have used my scraps of the chicken fabric. So from my last haul, I threw it in my cooped up quilt because it was awesome. So right now I'm just holding up some scraps here and there because it's not much. Definitely borders. This has pine cones on it. So this is like a fall scrap bag so far, it looks like. Here's a scrap of that. Here is a nice cut of a batik that has, is that a chicken and a rooster? I've never seen a batik with a chicken and a rooster on it. So here is about 11, maybe 12 inches of a batik that has directional chicken and rooster on it. That is definitely different. Here is a 9-inch piece, so a 1/4 yard of a orange striped on white. It's kind of wiggly, squiggly. It's kind of something I would do quilting, just screwing around. Here is a scrap of another one of those orange blenders. It looks exactly like it. I'll probably put it with the pile. Here is a, have no idea, but it's pieced together. So here is the world. So I'm probably not going to keep this piece together, but here is some looking at the world. So there's the continents. Could I say that correctly? Here is some seeing it from space fabric. So some space station fabric showing America down on that bottom one. And then some more continent. This is probably the bottom part of the back of a quilt. This was probably the back of a quilt, and this is what was cut off after it was quilted. So that's pretty cool. I can do something with that, maybe make a bag or something. I don't know. I always say something. I'll make something. Don't know how fast I'll get to it, but I will. All right, so here's some scrap. Here's some more of that blender. I'm really going to have a lot of that, huh? Here, a fake batik. This is not a real batik. It looks like a batik, but it's not a batik. Here's a scrap of that. It's what they call printed batiks. If you guys see that online, just make sure, if you're trying to make a quilt that's 100% batik and you want that feel of the fabric, make sure you're not getting a printed batik. Make sure you're getting a real stamped hand-dyed batik, because you can tell the difference because the back looks like regular fabric. You can tell the difference. So, and it feels like 100% quilting cotton. It doesn't have that oily and or crisp feeling to it. It's just regular. Here's some scrap. Here's some more scrap. I think, didn't we just see this fabric in something else earlier? Yes, I did. I saw it in another scrap bag. This lady's fabric really got spread out in everybody's, so everybody got something. Here was a fat quarter that has a piece cut out of it. See, so remember I told you guys about my pre-cuts? When I get stuff like this, I just turn these into pre-cuts. So if I can get 5-inch squares, I will cut as many 5-inch squares out of this as possible. If I can get 4-inch squares, 3, whatever I have in my pre-cut boxes, that's how I get so many pieces of the same colors. So since this is a smaller print, I would probably cut this down into 2.5-inch squares, and then I would have a ton of these as 2.5-inch squares. Or I would get this side of it as the 2.5-inch squares, and this side of it as whatever size I can get from it, because, you know, I'm not going to fold and put it away if it's missing a big chunk out of it. I'd rather just chop it up and put it in my pre-cuts, because that way it's already pre-cut squares, and if something I'm doing matches this specific, you know, piece of fabric, then I can just grab it from my pre-cuts and add it to the pattern, and I've already got the piece cut. You know what I mean? So, here's just a plain piece of white, off-white actually. Here is a scrap. Ooh, this is actually really pretty. I'm not really into the color mustard, but it has this look, the definition look of it is
it looks like inlaid flowers and feathers and leaves. It actually looks really cool, but it's not inlaid. It just looks that way, the way it's printed, because of the shadowing around it. It looks really cool. I like that. Too bad it wasn't, because I love the color purple. And I say that while I'm holding a color purple. So there's a purple scrap. Here is a brown scrap. Here is a brown. Look at somebody cut out a circle out of a fat quarter. Hello. I know I can get silly on these lives, huh? So there's that. There's a scrap. This is a salvage to salvage scrap. Can't tell you the name because I don't have that piece on here. It's about 12 inches. So it is a lighter yellowy, darker cream color with some red and blue on some of the flowers. It's actually pretty cute. Here's another about, let's see, 11 inches, maybe less, of a, looks like party dots. And it doesn't, it just says copyright protected, so I can't tell you the name. Here are some more pre-cuts. These look like 4.5 inch squares. Let's see how good I am at that. Yep, 4.5 inches. So just here's, and they're hooked together somewhere in there. Oh, there's the pin. I'm going to take that out before I completely hurt myself later. Here's just a scrap of brown, a scrap of, this is kind of really pretty. This almost looks like a reproduction. It is a rose color with flowers on it, but it has purples in it. I really like that. It's definitely really nice. Some more of it. Then we have some grunge mixed in. So we have a yellow grunge mixed in here. This is some randoms in here. Hi, Marlene. I just put on this with super glue fabric and scrap blocks. And then here's some more squares of an even smaller size and different stuff. Ooh, and I just made, I sold a bag already with this print in it. All right, so there was a, what was this, a $3 bag or something like that? I don't remember now. All right, so there's that pile. I'm just going to pick up some more now. I got a pattern from Pink Sand Beach Designs. She had the patterns, all of them were $1. So I got this pattern for a Catalina sling. It looks like something I can make out of regular fabric, and I don't have to use the vinyl. So it kind of looks like my Tiffy bag, but the straps are different. But the pattern was originally $9.99, so for $1, hey, why not? I also have I was going to buy some Insulbright in a couple weeks towards Christmas, but I don't have to now because here's a bag of it. I got it for $3.50, and normally it's 12 something at Walmart. So here's me some Insulbright that I could have got from Walmart, but instead I saved some money because it was there. All right, here is another bag that was $1. I'm getting close to the bottom. So for $1, what did I get? It looks like I got a chunk of Jenny Byer's palette by Jenny Byer for RJR, and this is about 16 inches, and it just looks like pebbly rocks almost stacked, or clams maybe stacked, like hidden in. That's what it looks like. So I got that, and then actually together these would make something cute too. This is Strawberry Fields by Joanna Figueroa for Fig Tree and Co. from Moda. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. 15 inches of this, the strawberries. So together, this is probably why they were together, because they look good together. So I could probably make a bag out of this. I'm trying to think of all the different 2-color combinations that I could make things with. So there was $1 right there. All right, here's a $1 bag. Hi. I'm probably missing lots of people. You guys can comment and say hi, and then I'll know who's all here, since 51 of you are here. Stonehenge by Sunshine Cottage for I don't know, because I cannot read the rest. It is about 11 inches. Didn't I already see a Stonehenge in brown? I think I already had a Stonehenge in brown back a couple fabrics ago. Here's just a scrap of some blue. Ooh, this is cute. What is this? A Paris Love You. What is this? It is a fat quarter of, I'm trying to see, I don't know, it says, I'm trying to read what it says. It's directional, so I've turned it around. Love You. It's all about love. Love You, and it's all about love. And the rest I can't read. So it's a Paris and mix type print. So it's a fat quarter. I could definitely put this into a bag. And I actually have a pink with polka dot that I could probably mix it with. Notice I'm thinking about bags right now. Yesterday I made a bag and I had such a problem. And when I say such a problem, I mean I did something that I've never done before. So it didn't come out as I had thought it would. Here is a batik. It looks like 6.5, 7 inches. It was probably cut off the end, so it was crooked, but it's actually really pretty. So there's a batik scrap. I'm really gonna have to totally separate all this later. Here is what was 18 inches probably cut out. So there's that. So again, I just take stuff like this and I turn it into scraps. Either strings, or I'll cut this section off down here and turn that into whatever I can cut out of it. All right, here is a blue scrap. Here is this. It's a scrap. It's actually kind of cool. Here's a really cool one. This one has gold accents. I don't really use stuff with gold accents. It's personal purchasing, I mean, but when I get them in scraps, they're cute. So I could totally like just cut that out, fussy cut that into something, just that little heart-shaped feathery leaf thing. Here is another batik. This looks kind of hand-dyed almost. Like, I like the colors of it. Tie-dyed, that's the word. It looks like something that you would have found that was tie-dyed. So there's probably about 11 inches of that. And that's salvage to salvage. And then here is, I have no idea, started project, because it looks like there's some Insul Bright already on a fat quarter. And it looks like it's really on there. So there's, I can just cut it in half and turn it into 2 pot holders. So there was $1 right there. And then another blue and white. I wonder if this is the same blue and white. Oh, it is. Look at that. So this chart, see, there was different prices on everything. This one was $5. This one was $4. And then the next one is $4. But these are the two of the same, so I already showed it to you. So look, I have 2 keepsake quilting charm packs of the same blue and whites. And then here is a keepsake quilting 1930s charm pack. This would make a cute little table runner or something, or a little baby quilt if I had, you know, stuff to put with it. So it's got little pinks and greens, and you guys all know what reproductions look like. So it's a little bit of everything. It looks like no 2 prints are the same. So they're all different in here. Ooh, this is cute. It's got little dolls on it. Yeah, so there's no 2 prints of the same in this pile, which is actually good. I like making quilts when it's all different. So I can add, it says it comes with 50 squares on these. So I can add my own. I have more prints that are reproduction prints in my pre-cuts. So I can add my own 5-inch squares to this and make something baby quilt size or whatever, but 50 pieces, you know, that's pretty good for like a table runner or something. Here is, it says 2/3 of a yard of scraps for $1. Let's open this bag. All these bags just piling up. So here is it's not really quite 26 inches, so almost fully 2/3. It's Marie Osmond 2007 for Quilting Treasures. So it's a striped print. And then here's a scrap of it. And it looks like, yeah, just a scrap of it. So there's this. So there's $1 worth. I mean, it's less than a yard, so it's still worth it. All right, the last 3 bags. Here's scraps. It says $2 on this. Throw that up there. So first scrap, we have a disaster pile. So it's like a red with brick, not brick, but like a mosaic tile almost. I don't even know if you guys are going to see that, but there's that. It looks solid on the screen, but it looks like mosaic type rocky. Here is another batik. It's a purple. Looks like quite a bit. Let's see. There is pretty much a yard. This purple batik. Nothing's cut out of it, so that's really nice. See, hopefully I get enough purples for my Cleopatra fan. I'm going to have to go through all this because there was another purple. If they all go together, then I could just use them all in my Cleopatra fan. I didn't really find the colors I was looking for. Here's a nice piece. It's a lavender with a darker mix, and then the flowers in here are actually a green. It's actually really pretty though. Definitely pretty. Again, it would make a nice bag. Everything would make a nice bag. I'm on a bag kick. I'll show you guys before I'm done with this video. Here is a batik right here. It is dyed, but it also has the stamped on little darker colors. And this is, oh, it is selvage to selvage. So there's 14 inches of that. And then here's some more of that purple. So here's another 11 inches of it. So look at that. So there was a $2 bag. Here is another assorted $2 scrap bag. First off the bat is a sewing related fabric. And I'll be able to tell you because there's actually a selvage to read. So here is 18 inches of a sewing related. The Little Things by Robin Kingsley of Bird Brain Designs for Maywood Studios. So here is, it's a little sewing basket with scissors and crochet or knitting. Maybe those are knitting sticks. I don't know what they're called, but you guys know what I mean. And a needle thing and a bobbin, some hearts and bandana and a button thing on a red background. It's not really red, it's actually marbled red. So there's that. So far there's my $2 value right there, because that's almost like getting 2 fat quarters. Here is some, looks like somebody tried to make something scraps. I'm just gonna throw those down and pull this out. Here is 30 inches of this. You can see 25th Anniversary Hoffman Challenge 2012 by Hoffman California International Fabrics. So this is pretty nice. It's a 25th anniversary fabric. So there's that. I'll put the scraps with it. And then here is a scrap that's looks like it was washed of a blue and white flower. Yeah, it was washed. It smells like the little bead things that you put in the laundry. Here is another batik. And it's about 14.5 inches worth. This one's really cool. I like this one. It is aqua, green, oceany colors. And here's some more of it. Oh, look at that. It says selvage to selvage. Yes, it is. So here's another 7.5 inches. So altogether, that was 18 inches, most likely. So there's that, another $2 worth of value. All right, here is the last $1 bag that has, this is pinned together. Don't know why, there's nothing in there. I'm just going to take the pin off because there's no purpose for it. Because there's no need for it. So here is a scrap of some stripe, and that is not red. On camera it might look red, but it's actually a rustic red with a rustic green and a rustic white stripe in it with some yellow mustard, rustic mustard. Another piece of scrap of it. Then we have it's been cut out of but it has little pictures like garden stuff. So like the seed, when you buy seeds and it comes in a little thing, and there's the seeds, and then it says garden flowers. And we got what is that? Rose, so on and so forth. So it's like a garden type print, and I would just fussy cut out the stuff and the rest would go in my scraps, honestly. But I'm not going to touch it for now. I'm just going to leave it alone. And if you're curious what this is, it is Secrets of the Garden, Joanne Kessler for Concord Fabrics. So that's what this is. And actually there's almost a yard. There's about 34 inches before the cut. So there's that. So for $1. And the last one from in there for $1. It looks like panels. This is, hold on, 23-inch panel. And it's a chef panel. Bristow, is that what this is? I'm reading from the back of the fabric. Your Appetit. Yeah, that's probably what it says. I don't know. Salute. I can't say that right. I'm not even going to try to read that word backwards. Cooking. I don't even know, but it's cute. It's a Bristow Home in the Kitchen. If you're curious about who this is by, is Home is in the Kitchen by Dan DePaulo for Clothworks. So there's that panel. Yeah, you can say hi.
Hi everyone, I'm back.
Here's Miss Triana. All right, and then the last item.
Can we put the iron board?
Play with the ironing board. Oh wait, CJ. I know what's missing.
What's missing? What's missing?
Oh man, I know what's missing. Okay. I bought a ironing board one side, cutting mat on the other. That's what I did not see. Where's the ironing board one side, cutting mat on the other? Is that still in the car? Or did we forget it at the yard sale? Because I can text her and find out.
Can you just drag, or do I have to use spray?
On what?
Juice on one side, a little bit of pee on the other.
On the side.
Just rag it.
Okay.
So here is a tub I got for $12.
And look at Tiffany's new orange basket.
Yep, the basket. Everybody saw the basket in the beginning. So for $12, I got the tub filled with stuff.
Get a new basket, Beth?
No, I'm not selling. I'm just showing you guys my haul. So here is some ribbon-looking print. And there's that. This is just all scraps. So here's a batik scrap. Most of it's scrap, so I don't really want to have to open it completely all the way.
You might have to text her.
Okay, I'll do it when my phone's not on this. There's that. There's some scraps of this. This is all scraps in here. So we've got lots and lots of scraps of all different things. So there's lots of this polka dotted stuff. Lots of this polka dotted stuff. This looks like a fat quarter right here, and it is. Yep. This was the most expensive item I bought.
Is the
There's
peroxide
that.
spray good?
Huh?
Peroxide spray?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
There's that. There's that. I'm trying to show them all to you fast now. That way, now that I realize that the two-sided cutting mat and ironing board, I gotta text the lady because I know her number. So there's some scraps. All this is just little scraps. This whole entire thing is filled with little scraps. This is actually really cute. This reminds me of a leotard thing that I had back in the 80s. There's some floweries. So this is a whole entire tub of just little scraps. There's a batik scrap. There's some more of that Moda fabric. There's a batik. And instead of, I'm just going to dig through and try to pull out anything that's more than a scrap. So here is a bigger scrap, but there's a big chunk cut out right here on the back side of a metallic print. Hi, Teresa. It is a wonderful haul, but now I gotta hope that she put aside my ironing board thingy. So here's a purple, that's pretty. Probably, yes. So there's some more of that. I'm just going to start pulling them out. Here's some of that ribbon stuff, but a green color. Some yellow, some stripe. Look at lots and lots of scraps in this thing. I've seen some of that before. Some more scraps. A bag from in here. Some more scraps. Look at all sorts of scraps. All different sizes and shapes. Ooh, this is a pretty purple.
Hey, if you forgot some in that yard sale,
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna text her as soon as I'm off my live stream.
Okay.
Can you close my door, Tree? So there's some more of that. It looks like Christmas ornaments, but it's really not. And I'm making a big stack here of my wonderful pile of scraps. So here's a bigger piece. So that's a bigger piece of a purplish and pink mix. I'm going to be making squares. Yeah, I'm going to be making lots of stuff. The rest is more scraps. Here's some batik. Oh, this is a fat quarter, it looks like. Yep. Nope, it's not fully a fat quarter. Very small, but it's pretty. Some more scraps, more scraps. The rest of it is little scraps, like literally all sorts of little scraps. And then underneath I have no idea what this is, but it was in the bottom, so maybe it's just part of this little organizer. I don't know. So the rest of it I'm just going to throw back into this organizer. And there was that. So I paid $12 for the rest of that. Altogether, I spent $80. Oh, that's totally not going to stay there. So there's that. That's what I did today. That was my haul. And now I have to go back to it because I realized, and they just looked in the car, that my little double-sided cutting mat on one side and pressing mat on the other thingy is not in the car. So now I have to go back and get that. And I'm pretty sure it's still sitting aside because they're from the guild and I knew the ladies. They knew that I was me and I knew that they were in the guild. So anyways, I just figured I would share that with you guys. I shared my last haul, so I figured I'd share this one. Especially since this one was different. Like I said, I spent 80 bucks. Each individual bag had a price on it. If you added all those numbers I just set up, that equals $80. And it was a different yard sale. It was just a bunch of stuff put into bags. So this Quilters yard sale was prepared. You know, they just put a bunch of stuff in bags, and then they have lots more stuff put together kits that, like, the lady started the kit and then never finished it. So since she passed, nobody wants to put them together. Other people might, but a lot of them I passed on because they had been started, and who knows where they're at in the pattern. You know what I mean? The pattern was with it, but sometimes that stuff confuses me when someone else starts something and then I come in and go, oh, okay, because I did that once before, and it was what piece goes where, and I have another started one too, but that one's a paper piece project, so it's a lot more work. But anyways, I figured I would share with you guys, show you what I got and what I spent 80 bucks on. I definitely got my values worth, even though most of it was scrapped. There's a little bit of yardage in there, not like my last haul, but definitely a scrap haul for sure. And I can definitely make something out of these two charm packs because I didn't realize they were both the same, so that was good. Even though I paid $1 more for one than I did the other, but whatever. Anyways, other than that, that's it. So I'm going to get off of here. It's been a while. I've been on for quite some time, and I'm going to text the lady and get back to that yard sale. So I thank you guys for watching and joining me and finding out what I got, because I didn't know until I opened it with you guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like my videos, and share them with your quilty friends. Bye.